What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another War of the Visions video today, and today we're going to be talking about the all-new amazing auto-repeat function already added to the game. We're going to talk about how to use it, what's the best way to use it, what are some problems of using it, and how you can overcome them, and what is the best way to optimize your daily farming for whatever materials you're looking to grind in the game, whether it be story, events, so on and so forth. Let's get into today's video. Alright guys, we're here in War of the Visions, so let's first hop into a stage and we're going to use an example because a lot of today's video we're actually going to be talking about the new event because we have our exchange shop here we did for the Final Fantasy 14 event, and a lot of the normal daily stuff you guys can get is going to be super important. Obviously you guys are going to want your fragments, all that kind of good stuff for the collab units, other high-end materials like rainbow fragments, rainbow spheres, all that good stuff, on top of the daily things you guys can get like elemental fragments and elemental prisms. So anyway, we're going to be talking mostly about the auto repeat function, which they snuck in to us on the update. So it's really simple to use it. All you guys have to do is go in here, hit auto repeat, hit embark, and they're going to auto repeat. So but we're going to first talk about, like, while that may be simple to do, there are ways that the auto repeat will actually, if you leave the game and say you're gonna have this on your computer, you're gonna have this on your iPad while you're going to work, while you're going to lunch, while you're going to school, whatever the case may be, and you're just like, all right, I want to go in and like I've already used a bunch of my refreshes, but let's say I want to refresh 8 times, right? I'm gonna use all 8 times. I'm gonna have 500 stamina, right? So I want to use all 500 of that stamina while I'm doing whatever I'm doing throughout the day, right? That totally makes sense. But there are ways to where you are going to have a dialog box pop up while you're farming to where then you're not going to be able to keep using your stamina. The game's literally going to stop. And then the game's going to either turn off if you're on like a mobile device, or it's just going to sit there on your computer screen. So ways that that's going to happen, and 2 of the ways you cannot get around, unfortunately. But they do only occur every so often. But so the first way we're going to talk about is going to be the Whimsy Shop. So the Whimsy Shop is going to pop up. Even if you don't want to go to it right now or whatever, right now in the game there is not a dialog box that we can say is like skip Whimsy Shop activations or occurrence or whatever. So you have to actually hit the this is just a screenshot from me farming earlier, but you actually have to hit the later button or the go-to button to get out of there, right? So that is one thing you cannot avoid. There's no way to do it currently in the game, at least to my knowledge. There isn't any in the battle settings to skip Whimsy Shops, but maybe this will be something the developers will add a feature in the future. But that's the first thing that's unavoidable. The next thing that's unavoidable is going to be, I couldn't find a picture online of the actual Chocobo Fever pop-up, but when you guys have a Chocobo Fever pop-up, that's going to be something that's going to pop up as well, that you're going to either be able to go to Chocobo Farm or not, and it's going to interrupt your auto farm. So luckily Chocobo Fever only happens like, I think once a day. I've never really had it happen more than once, maybe twice at the most. Whimsy Shop could happen, anywhere, depending on how often you're farming, could be anywhere from 4 to 5 times a day. So, I mean, hopefully, if you guys see, like, when you're doing your dailies and stuff, if you get a Whimsy Shop pop-up and your Chocobo pop-up early, before you set the game to auto-farm for, like, the majority of your stamina, then hopefully you're not going to have that happen in at least a couple of hours. Like, today, when I went to go do a job for my business, I left my thing to farm for, like, 200 stamina, and I came back, the game was turned off, but all my stamina was gone. It turned off because I didn't have enough energy, and I was only gone for about maybe an hour and a half, so it burned up 200 energy in an hour and a half, which is really good. So those are the 2 ways that, like, you cannot get around it. It's gonna happen. So as far as now, we're gonna go into actually the event. So we're gonna go into, oh, that's my webcam. All right, okay. Oh my God, OBS. All right, there we go. All right, so next we're gonna go into the final image we're gonna talk about, which is going to be the GAF event. So this is the big bottleneck, and you can get around this, and this is how you guys are gonna get around this. When you guys get the maximum amount of shards, which is, I think it's 500 or 600, can't remember, it's 500 for MRs or whatever, 500 or 600 shards. Once you accumulate 500 or 600 shards, regardless if you limit break him fully or not, you're gonna get this pop-up that it's gonna be converted your 5 shards into these 5 bronze coins, right? Now, There's a way to get around to where you're not picking up shards of him in the final stage of this event. The final stage of this event is going to drop you anywhere from 30 to 60 materials per run, and is going to be the best overall place to farm. Currently, this event as of April 23rd. Now, we could be getting the EX stage where his shards won't drop, and maybe it's going to have a higher event currency rate. Then, you know, obviously, this video won't have much relevance. But for now, for the next at least 5 days or so, this is relevant. So we're going to go into our mission setup, and I'm going to show you guys how you guys can optimize this. So first of all, you want to have auto turned on, you want to have auto repeat turned on, obviously. Next, in battle settings, this is super important. You need to have prioritized treasure chests, which normally we probably turn them on to get those extra goodies. You need to have them turned off. Here is why. If you have them turned off and you have your team set up appropriately to where you can kill the boss in a certain amount of time, then you're not going to have to worry about getting treasure chests. And the reason why you don't want to get treasure chests in this stage, that is the only way you will get gafgarion shards. They do not drop normally from the boss. I tested this multiple times on, you know, hundreds and hundreds of stamina today. It is an absolute for sure thing that if you do not get the treasure chest, you're not going to get gafgarion shards, which is going to mean not interrupt your auto repeat. So it's super crucial that you have prioritized chests turned off. All right. So let's go into the next step. So next, party formation is actually very important. What you want to do of how your party is going to be set up in this particular stage, you want to have your main target DPS units in the back of the lineup. So if we're talking about from left to right, you want to be putting your 3 strongest single target DPSers in the back. So if my Medina was fast enough, she could go in, limit break, and then go on with our day. She is not fast enough, so I just put her there anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, I can switch Medina and Stern just for argument's sake. We'll just have it set like that. But I have Stern there, and I have Frederica there. And we're going to do a quick run. We're going to go and leave auto repeat turned on while we talk about the rest of this. And you're going to see how this works and how I'm not going to get gafgarion shards. We have, I think, like 30 or 24 stamina, so we can do like 4 runs to show you guys how this is going to work. So Stern's going to come in there. He's going to use Anton. Oh my god, he can almost one-shot him now. And then Frederica, kill. The quest is cleared. It's going to go through the animations, all this stuff. And when I get my rewards, I'm only going to get event currency. Bang, bang. Event currency got 40 coins. Or 40 emblems, what do you want to target? Auto repeat's going to keep going. And it's going to keep doing this over and over again until you run out of stamina. Or if you get a Whimsy Shop pop-up, or if you get a Chocobo Fever pop-up. But the important thing is what's crucial is because every time you guys get those excess gafgarion shards, you are going to be forced to end your auto repeat, which basically means we're playing it back at the old way, that you have to keep manually closing it or manually clicking dialog boxes to go through. And it's going to keep doing this over and over and over again. So if you guys are back to work from the whole quarantine thing, if you guys are back to school or you're doing online school and you can't have the game up and be paying attention to it 24/7, but you want to get your stamina done so that when you get off work, when you get out of school, you guys can do PvP, you can do Guild Wars, you guys can do manual PvP, you guys can do co-op, start farming those books and the EX stages, or be farming for vision materials, all that kind of stuff, but you can get all your stamina runs done by the majority of us. So what we're going to be doing is farming this event with our stamina throughout the next 3 weeks, because we want to get as much of those materials in the exchange shop to get either every day to get the prisms and the fragments, to get the initial 80 shards for Orlandeau and for Ramza, and as well to get your rainbow fragment, your rainbow spheres, all, you know, crafting materials, all that kind of stuff, different cool stuff that's in the shop. So I hope this kind of explains, you know, kind of a really cool sleeper way that you guys can get into this auto farm and have it be effective. I hope if you guys didn't know about this video was helpful to you guys. If you guys already knew this, awesome. I know we're spreading the wealth here on the channel. But if it did help you guys, make sure you guys leave a like down below. Even if it, you know, didn't help you if you already knew, leave a like anyway, because, you know, why not? And leave a comment down below if this did help you guys out. And if you have any other questions about how to set it up, I know the one thing you guys may have questions on is what units can I use? I recommend using units that aren't mages unless it's Medina with a limit break, because you don't want to waste casting time on how it could potentially mess up your farm. And you definitely don't want tankers or healers. You don't want to be bringing those units to be relying on to get your hits in. So like I said, big units that do a lot of DPS like Stern or Orlandeau is really good. Medina on her limit breaks are really good. Frederica is really good. I think even Thancred could work out well as long as you're not having him do the jump ability. As long as he's doing like a like one of his burst down like double shot abilities is really good. So yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Though, if you guys did enjoy today's content, make sure you guys leave a like down below, hit subscribe if you guys are new, ring that bell as always. And thank you guys so much for watching the video today. I hope you guys are all staying safe out there in the world. Be careful out there. We're still in a bad situation, but hopefully day by day it gets better. And I thank you guys so much, and I will see you all in the next War of the Visions video.